Oh, nice shot. You know that doesn't count,
I know, but
but it's impressive.
we want to build up our techniques. I began to start playing table tennis because years ago we had a table in our home, but I never had a lot of opportunity to play, but it was a lot of fun. So when you all moved out here locally to where I live, and I thought that would be a great opportunity to start playing again. And one day, Colleen, my friend, and I were going past, and I just happened to mention it, and she thought she would like to too, so that's how we started.
I decided to play table tennis because I wanted to get out of the house and do something physical and challenging, and it actually balanced off of my kids had all gotten married and left the house, and I was an empty nester and I hadn't worked for a couple years, so I had the time to do it, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity. Table tennis has not been what we expected. Yeah, when we started out, it was really hard to do, and we thought it was going to be, I thought it was going to be pretty easy. And it was a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be. But it's been good. All of it's been beneficial.
It is a lot more complicated than I had expected too. There's so much more to learn than I ever knew. And so what we thought was just going to be playing for fun, and I thought I was actually pretty good when we started, and I really wasn't. And I've learned that, but it's been a great learning experience.
The way that it's been surprising to me is all the different ways that you can hit the ball, return the ball, all the aspects of the types of shots, spins, things like that you have to navigate in your mind, not just physically but mentally as well. Which that is part of why I like it, because it stimulates your brain. It's not just physical, but it's mental as well.
Table tennis has been a lot different than I actually expected because there are so many different components that go into it that I had no idea, such as the type of bat that you use, the footwork that's important in how you position yourself, the various types of ways to return the ball, the different types of serves, the way to return a serve. So there's so much involved in it that I had no idea. And it's been a huge learning experience. It has absolutely been worth it.
Since we started playing, I have noticed mentally that I can think faster, definitely more acute in thinking process, and physically more stamina. When we first started, we weren't able to play but maybe an hour, and then we started dragging. But now we can play 2 hours fairly easily, I would say.
What I've noticed is a couple things. I have an issue with some pain in my hip, and I had limited mobility, and that has greatly increased the ability to move faster, quicker, and it helps with the pain level too. I think the camaraderie, not just with Colleen and I, but other people that are playing here, it just is enjoyable. It's fun, and when I leave, I feel much happier. As well as mentally, it has been really good because when we first started and we learned we had to watch the other person's bat to see which way they were doing it, watch the ball come over, then prepare that and watch the ball hit yours, and then how you're supposed to move. And I was thinking, how could I do all that stuff at one time? But now I can see that I'm getting better and better and better and have a lot more focus. So it's been great.
So when I joined the first tournament, I realized that serving was much more important than I thought it was, because if you have a good serve, that can be a point, whether you get it or lose it. So that's when I decided to start focusing on serving, and there are a lot of different serves, and I think I have about 5 now that I've focused on to try to enhance my game and how I can play. And then it's not just serving, but then returning, when the person actually returns your serve, then it's got some additional spin on it, and how to deal with that is really important as well.
What I've learned about the importance of serves and how to return them, how to deliver them, there's so many ways to serve. We're trying to develop a couple different styles, and then I've gotten used to Colleen and I can fairly well return her serves. But when we play with other people, I have a hard time returning their serves because they put different spin, different speed, and so that's a huge learning curve. It's tough, but I grow every time we do it, and so I'm learning.
Your serves have gotten remarkably better, and sometimes I can't get them back. Sometimes I can. So I'm not sure exactly what the difference is, but I'm working on that.
And with you, I've seen you've got great ability just to place the ball, and you can go from slow over the net to hitting a really fast one, and you have great agility, and you return them really well.
And she's gotten more aggressive too, which is good. A little bit more aggressive, which is good to see, because she's just tenderhearted naturally. And so to see a little bit of, okay, I'm going to get you this time is good. Sometimes she does. I would encourage anyone, especially as we age, to get involved with table tennis, because the bat games like badminton, tennis, table tennis, really are the best things you can do physically and mentally to stay off aging and that supposedly natural process. We can do things about it. We don't have to age as quickly as we think we do.
I agree,
Very
and
beneficial.
because I've read that table tennis is very therapeutic for people who want to prevent or reverse Alzheimer's. It's also good for helping with Parkinson's, and so there's a lot of health benefits to it as well.
Yeah, and the social aspect. If you're sitting home alone and you want to, get out and do something, it's very helpful, like from a social aspect as well.
And there's a lot of lessons available to anybody that wants to learn. So we have taken several different types of lessons. We had group lessons, we had private lessons, and so there's a lot available too.